So, Paul, this must be very exciting. Your son's first year here. You get to experience a different franchise dad's trip. What is it like so far for you?
Oh, it's awesome. The people are fantastic. The dads are, everyone had a similar background in terms of, what it takes to get to this level. And the New Jersey Devils have been fantastic to us. It's an awesome experience.
What's it like for a parent, a mentor, to have this experience where it's your son or someone who's inviting you, saying, you're an important part of this, I want to give you this experience?
We're just lucky to be here. We've been with them since they were ground zero. And to get to this level, it's just a privilege and an honor.
What's the thing that you enjoy the most about what you get to see from behind the scenes that your son does day in, day out?
I enjoy interacting with the people that he's around.
Right.
And they're all good people. They're a pleasure to be around. They're very intelligent. They have the same perspective. They have great values. And it's just a joy to be around all the people.
Finished talking to your son and said that, he said obviously he has a very different NHL experience than perhaps you did when you were in the league. What's it like, as someone who's played in the league, to sort of get to see what your son experiences behind the scenes, and how different is it maybe?
It's a lot the same and a lot the different.
Okay.
I mean, when I was going through it, there was a lot of changes that were made during my career. But then when I come in and I see this, 20 years or 25 years later from where I am, the changes just keep coming. The charter flights and obviously, prepared meals. And I think it's all great. You're trying to get the most performance out of these guys every day, every night, and taking care of them is, there's no better way.
When you're able to come on a trip like this, even as someone who's played in the league, but to be here for your son, be an invite of your son, what does that mean to a parent?
It's really fun. This is a busy time of year for my business back home at year end, and I'm like, oh my gosh, but I wouldn't miss this. It's really fun, and I even this morning went back out and stood in the middle of the rink and just looked up into the stands, and it's really an experience to see kind of the behind the scenes, and then to also meet his teammates and the other fathers here, and just watch the whole thing unfold. It's really fun.
Is it extra special in the sense knowing what Miles went through last year, how difficult it was for him? I mean, he and I have talked at length about it, and just to see him be able to come back, be healthy, and have a year like this.
Not many people, or not many players, go through missing a whole season. I certainly didn't, but I know that, I'm talking with him almost every day last year, and how he was, working hard to get himself back, get himself, in playing shape again. It was hard, and the team, struggled at times last year, and, there's always that feeling of like, I got to try and get back early and try and help this team and see if I can't, do what I can. So it was hard, but again, the doctors told him it's going to be a long recovery, and so for him to come back this year and have a good year, helping the team, certainly got off to a great start. I know for him it's been really rewarding.
What did it mean to you? I mean, if you had heard that all of last year, whenever we talked to Lindy, he would say, we can never forget that we're missing Miles, and what a big piece of the puzzle he is. As a father, what does that mean when you, not even just as a hockey player, but just as a father?
As a father, you always see your child in the situation, playing on a team, and you just want him to, contribute to the team, and it's nice having him, an integral part of the team, contributing in the ways that Miles would contribute. He's going to contribute differently than like a Jack Hughes does, but it's fun to watch. As I said, to come off of a year like last year, and then come into this year and start, helping the team, and especially, during the great winning streak, now they've got to, figure it out and start all over again. But it's fun to watch.
When he was first on skates, did he fly at the wall that fast? Is he not like, what? Where did he get that speed from?
He's always, it's a little bit of reckless abandon, a little bit of chaos out there, and so he's always had that. He's always been a good skater.
Yeah.
And it's kind of a gift that was given to him, like other players have their certain elite skill set, but. he's always been that kind of a player. So to see him at this level, I'm watching him. Yeah, that's just Miles, just 20 years older.
Did you see that like right away when you first put him on the ice?
I saw Miles. Yes, I saw a lot of tenacity and a lot of going after the puck.
Right.
And that was one thing that taught a lot of the kids that played on my youth hockey teams is, if you don't do anything else on the ice, just go after the puck. Just cause a little bit of trouble. Take some time and space, and that's kind of the thing that I think that
It took to heart.
It took to heart, and it's worked for him. It's got him this far, and hopefully it helps out a little bit more as he continues his career.
So I have to ask, obviously your son we weren't able to have these trips last year. This is your son's second year in the league. What's it like for you, Dawson Mercer's dad, to be here experiencing this with him?
Oh, it's a wonderful experience. It is. We were recently here from the 8th to the 18th, me and my wife, Mom. And so I'm back for the father's trip. I've been looking forward to it since I've heard of it, and it's wonderful.
What are you learning about what your son experiences on a day-in, day-out basis?
Well, his experiences is exactly what I'm experiencing right now, which is wonderful. These kids are very well taken care of. They're living professionally, and the outcome is unreal.
Is there something you're excited about experiencing because, you get to go on a road trip now and sort of see that part of their lives?
Yes, yeah, it is. And see, like the sleep schedule, exactly what happens while they're on the road, how they recover, and their daily routine. And being part of that is going to be it's an experience in itself.
And what's it like meeting the other dads, the other mentors that are here? Because you're all along for the ride together. Your sons are along for their own ride during the season.
Everybody, I guess, can share a common interest, and it's just everybody's different, but everybody's the same. It's very unique.
All right, tell me about maybe one of the first times you remember putting Dawson on skates and what you saw from him.
As a kid, it was like bring him to a parent and tots, and when you're ready to go for a hot chocolate, I get a coffee and we go home. And then hopefully the next time will be just as good or better, a little longer, and see how he enjoys the skating part of it and move forward. He enjoyed it. He loved it.
At what point did you see that from him, that this is something that was really attractive to him?
Well, he moved forward fairly quickly, with his ability to skate, and then I went from the skate to the stick and to the puck, and one thing led into another, and he enjoyed the game.
Can you believe that your son is playing in the NHL? I mean, you can believe it, but just to really think about that.
He always knew he had talent and skill, but where it was going to bring him, where his ceiling was going to be, no parent, I would think, would know exactly the outcome at the end of the day.
And you just must be so proud.
Oh, for sure. As parents, is overwhelming.